My name is Marietta Mahani, and this week's muscle conditioning and pelvic floor safe tip, we're going to be using two pieces of equipment, a gym stick and a Swiss ball, and we're going to be working biceps. So let's go through this. Firstly, what is this thing? It's a fiberglass stick that weighs 400 grams with two rubber bands attached on either end. It's from Finland. It was designed by two athletes, and it's ingenious because you can use it in so many different ways. It pulls apart in the middle so that you can actually unclick it and fold it up into any sort of like traveling bag or suitcase, so it makes it really portable as an exercise tool too, and I have several so that I can travel with them. So what I do now is place a gym stick on the floor. So I'm going to place that stick on the floor, and I'm going to place my heels, not my toes, my heels on the gym stick. Just rolled forward slightly on the ball so that my knees are right over my ankles when I'm in this position. So what I'm going to do now with the straps is place them around my wrists, like so. And then between my thumb and my first finger, I'm going to wrap it around the back of my hand. Thumb and first finger, so it's up against my wrist, thumb and first finger, wrap it around the back of my hand. And that's how I'm going to create resistance. So I could wrap it around one more time, which I think I will, so that I can get, oh, that's good, that's really good. I can now feel that work out in my biceps. So, keeping your torso really tall, your knees just shoulder width apart, we're now going to bring the hands up towards the shoulders. So, great little exercise because I can adjust that resistance to my knees. So I can just take a bit of tension off and adjust it. I can also change the position of my arms. So I can still get a good bicep workout by lifting the arms up, and that will also incorporate my shoulders as well. So it's so cool that I'm not thinking all the time about gravity, I'm thinking about where it's attached to the end of the stick, and I just manipulate it so that the tension, I can go sideways if I like, is coming from the end of the stick, and all I need is a band that's lengthened, that's slightly stretched. Okay, so back to the bicep curl. Here we go, up and down. So if you're a group exercise instructor and you're including a gym stick with some of your Swiss ball exercise for muscle conditioning, I would do around about 2 blocks of this before I start adding some variety. And there's a few ways that you can add variety here. Of course, you can go one arm and then the other arm. So you can alternate arms for this particular activity. You can also bring your feet closer together. So feet closer together, just a small change in the intensity. It just makes, for some people, a little bit more wobbly than others. For me, not so much because I've been using the Swiss ball for a long time, but for some people this will really challenge their midsection muscles, and in all honesty, it's challenging mine. But also, this is a great way to cue pelvic floor. So as I feel the tension build in my arms as I come up, it's a great opportunity to talk about lifting the pelvic floor, so lifting the pelvic floor as the hands come up, and then releasing the pelvic floor as you go down. Breathe out as you come up, and breathe in as you go down. Final option that you could play around with is, once the feet are in the center, and you want to be here first, just lift one leg up off the stick, and now have a bit of balance. Whoa, now this is really challenging. This is going to make you wobble a lot more. You've got to keep your weight on that stick so the stick doesn't move around. It's better to do this with both hands rather than alternating hands, although it can be done with alternating arms. Notice that my elbows are reaching forwards so that I've got tension in the bands the entire time. And the cool thing about this exercise is you're going to feel it in your triceps too. So as long as you fully extend the arms, you're going to feel that controlled lower down. Love using latex bands because you get that dual activity, and I can feel my deep abdominal muscles working really hard to try and stay in this position. And how hard is it to get into this position? You know, it's great because it's pelvic floor safe. I'm working my biceps, I'm getting my shoulders involved. Triceps are kicking in as I lengthen out the arms. I've got my deep abdominal muscles working as I lift the foot up off the floor. I'm challenging my stability. I can make it a pelvic floor safe exercise. I can cue pelvic floor activity while doing this. There's just so many pluses with using the gym stick with the Swiss ball. If you want to find out more information about this particular tool, check out my website, mariettamahani.com. You can also purchase it from my website, you can purchase it from eBay, and on YouTube I have heaps of videos on how to use a gym stick just on its own. And that's this week's muscle conditioning and pelvic floor safe tip.